Thank you, Sean. The next one up is Howie Thomson, Chief Candidate.
First of all, I want to let you all know that it's good to see each and every one of you out here at this candidate forum. First thing I want to let you know that Carry the Kettle is not for sale. We don't intend to sell Carry the Kettle. If we do, you'd be the first to know. Well, I'll tell you what, I was the last one to know that we sold our CTK plastics, and everybody's now pointing, did you hear? I said, no, I never heard. Probably you said the same thing. Well, it's time for change. And if we were so good at it, there wouldn't be an election. You see, every year for the last 15 years or more, we have always had change. We put it out forward. We need change. Well, I'll tell you something. This is the honest truth. I've seen the previous council in the last 30 days more times than I've seen them in 4 years. Now, if you can harness that energy, that you put out in this last 30 days, we wouldn't need an election because we'll have 4 beautiful incumbent leaders and a chief. There's 36 people that want change in a council division. 8 or 7 want change in the chief. There's something wrong. For me, I had a vision, and I talked to a lot of young people. I'll tell you what, one thing though, a few years back, it was like a porcupine in the band hall when everybody raised their hand to a new facility. I was one of them. I raised my hand. Because you look at our band hall now, it's backwards. The road's on the wrong side, our front door's on that side. When they showed us the plans of our new rink, again, people raised their hands. Looked like a porcupine in our band office. It was great. We were going to have a rink. But we hummed and hawed too long. And the developer took it over to Ochapawis, I do believe. That you guys probably know that. So we go play hockey and we watch in that beautiful facility. We look at it. And I'm proud of that rink. Now, I'm still thinking the same way. We have a lot of infrastructure. We have a lot of power in Carry the Kettle. I'm talking build, build, build. I talked to a lot of Wasichos, the white people, Muniaos, or you want to say however you want to say it. And they're willing to invest and Carry the Kettle. And when they're willing to invest and Carry the Kettle, they're willing to invest in some people that they can trust and be honest to. Long-term investments is long-term love, compassion, and jobs. Someone said, let's build a motel. I said, let's build a motel in Fort Capel. Now, if I listen to the naysayers and the yaysayers, the naysayers are going to be the ones that say, we don't need a motel in Fort Capel because they're building one in Fort Capel already. Well, somebody better go tell the Ramada and the Sleep-In on White City right on the road, they're side by side, they can't do that. Somebody better go tell those Pizza Huts and Boston Pizza right alongside, side by side, they shouldn't do that, you're too close. If we start listening to those people, we're never going to go forward. We're never going to go forward. We got to believe in ourselves. There's more than one bank out there that'll invest and Carry the Kettle. It's just like us. When we have bad credit, no credit, we'll still put you in a car that smells brand new. I like that smell of new buildings. Let's put a spade in the ground. Each and every one of you sitting around and ones that are home. When you're driving down the road, your grandchildren, your children, and your elders are going to say, Carry the Kettle owns that. See that big building over there? We own that. You see that big fancy restaurant in Fort Capel along with that big motel with a fancy pool with swimming lessons for our children. Carry the Kettle owns that. Be proud to say that. Let's do that. We got 2 years to do all this. 2 years. With that, those little ones can start working in Regina at a motel. The one you guys own. We could say, where do you work? I work for Carry the Kettle. We have infrastructure at Carry the Kettle. We want to work together. We talked about working together. And I do believe we can work together. We heard every candidate that come here and took this microphone and said we could work together. I know we could work together. I've been to a lot of communities, and those communities make their entrance so proud that welcome to Carry the Kettle. Welcome to our powwow. Let's show off to the people that come to our celebration. Let's show off that see that school? That's ours. We own that school. You see that great big building over there? We own it. But we can't say that because we're so bitter internally fighting about who does it what, who does better. Carry the Kettle is a Nakota tribe that stands strong in our tribal council. Another thing I want to build, and I discussed it with a lot of elders wherever I went. And for those of you who are running for council, I encourage you to do the same thing. We need a Nakota Interpretive Center in Carry the Kettle to let our children and our grandchildren know where we come from and where we were. A lot of us know that we are Assiniboine, but do you know our leaders? Well, for me, I had to educate myself. But if those kids knew there was an interpretive center, we could use that. We could use a lot of stuff in an interpretive center to understand where we're coming from. Sports and recreation. We need things for our youth. I went out to a lot of places on Carry the Kettle, and I'll tell you what, sports and recreation is one of the top thing. Another one is elders. Take care of our elders. Build a care home. Another one is jobs. Well, I just mentioned jobs. And if I don't get in, and the ones that are sitting here that are listening to us, add on to what we're saying. Add on to it. I encourage you to use what I'm saying. Build. So I could tell my kids that chief and council and Carry the Kettle, build that. They're strong. They're honest. And they're true. I don't care what you do in your own castle. I don't gossip and I don't rumor. I'm not on Facebook. I don't intend to be just yet. But I'll tell you what, our elders saying that our own Indian people, our own First Nations people, we keep our stories, we tell our stories. So when you send someone a story and you send someone a text message, be sure that you know what you sent before you push that button. As for the elders, they're saying, we know our stories. We could tell those stories. We want to do those stories. I've been taking care of the elders for quite some time, working at the company that I work with. And we're very, very, it's a fun thing to do for our elders. Another thing is I went to talk to a lot of parents, and they're talking about our school system. Our brand new school. Something wrong there. Okay, then someone knows something's wrong there. I don't know if something's wrong there, but I'm running to find out what is wrong there. Another thing I want to do is I want to build, along with this motel and hotel and skating rink, is a truck stop. We have land and prime land, right along the number 1. And I'll tell you what, when you're traveling down to number 1, and even if you pass it, you don't stop there, half of your band members are going to be in there working at the restaurant, gas jockeys, or caretakers to that restaurant, or to the snow removal of the truck stop. Now, again, you're going to say we can't make a truck stop because Indian Head has one. Well, somebody better pass by Balgoni and tell the shell across the road that Flying J can't build one there. There's something wrong, right? So who believes in themselves? They believe they can do it. They believe they can do it. And I believe we can do it. If we can come together and and invest. And some people want to come to Carry the Kettle because we're beautiful. We want to invest. You guys are sitting on some prime real estate. I ain't greedy. You aren't greedy. No one's greedy. Because I heard you sitting here and you guys all say you want jobs, you want economic development, you want love, compassion, you want everything. And that all comes with what I'm just saying. Be proud of who you are. And I was talking to other candidates. Tim had a good idea, and I want to build on Tim's idea. He's running for chief. See, we share the same views and ideas. If you build a great big facility, a big rink, a big something. The Canadian Finals Rodeo is a roaming venue that will come to your venue and showcase their rodeo in our rink, in our venue. In our venue. Now, we were so proud of our school when we first built that school. How could we showcase our school? I don't know if any of you remember, but we went to Elmer. And I said, Elmer, bring someone to the school to show us that we have a real class act school. We got Humber College from Toronto playing Regina Cougars in our school, and they gave it a number 10 out of 10. After that, it just kind of, okay, we could do it. You see, if we all worked together, we could have kept it going. Believe in ourselves and believe in your own views, and we'll work together. I had a chance to sit with every one of you and heard every one of you, and you're great, you're honest, you're phenomenal. My cell number is 526-5115. You can call me at home at 727-4545. I'm not on Facebook because I have a job that doesn't allow us to get on Facebook. But I have my swinging doors open at the house. You can come there and take a look at what I have. On behalf of myself, my family, and Carry the Kettle people, and the elders, and the young, and the youth, and the candidates here, I wish you all the best. Go hard or go home. Aho.